this fits into this. This is my electronics bag that I take with me on all my long haul flights. So come along with me as I open this up, my little Mary Poppins electronics bag, and show you what I take with me. Hi, Denise from Theory of Simple, and I want to thank you for joining me on my video today. If you're new here, my videos are all about home, car, plane, or train. I'll have you prepared for just about anything, and today's video is going to have you prepared to keep all of your electronics charged on your long-haul trip and keep it minimally packed. So let's get started. This is episode 2 of my long-haul travel series. And as many of you who follow know that episode 1 covered things like what's in this basket. This was covered in a separate video. This is something I bring with me on every trip, and I have some special things in here that go with me every time I fly, and this little bag acts as my foot sling to help keep me comfortable. And of course, I have all these other little goodies that I have taken with me on long-haul flights, and those are covered in episode 1. I will link those videos right up here or down in the video description so you can take a look at those first, because that'll make a little more sense when I talk to you about other things that I'm bringing. In the meantime, let's get started with our electronics that I carry on every long-haul flight. Our electronics are probably one of the most important things that we carry on our trip, and we have to keep them charged all the time. And so I've tried to find the best way to carry the most things that I need without overpacking them and just having something that would fit into my personal carry-on. And this is it. As you can see, it's not that big, but it has everything to charge my phone, my tablet, my computer, my iWatch, or anything else that I'm going to have with me. And it's my minimum carry for a long-haul travel trip. First thing I want to start with is if you are traveling to another country, you're probably going to have to bring an adapter or a converter. And I just wanted to go over the differences of those because some people don't know that, and I wanted to review. An adapter is something like this. It allows you to take your appliance, plug it into something that's familiar to your appliance, plug it into the receptacle of whatever country you're going to be in. And these little ones like this are great because what they're going to allow you to do is have a lot of different configurations to plug in, but also be fairly compact. That being said, any of these adapters are not going to be able to convert power. For example, we use 110 in the United States, but you go to Europe and Asia, they use 220. It's a lot of current coming through. So things like this hairdryer that does not have a switch on it is going to have to use a converter over for that. And that's what this is. This is something that will convert 220 to 110 and is also a surge protector. So these are convenient to have if you're going to be bringing things like curling irons or hair dryers that don't have a conversion switch on it. You'll need this for them to not be completely burned out and be ruined. And they come with all kinds of different little plugs here that allow you to use it in many countries. So when I'm traveling, this one already has a converter for Asia and Europe, so I don't have to bring all of these. But for someone from another country, you'll have this in the set, and then that way you can pick and choose what you want to use for your conversion, and then plug this in and convert that power from 220 to 110. I don't burn out anything. That being said, something like this, oh, there it is. I was looking for you earlier. So for anyone else who is using something like this little hot pot that I have that I sometimes bring depending on where I'm going, it's a great thing to have. It has a tiny little switch on the bottom. Now this one you just use either your like a screwdriver, your multi-tool or something, and switch this from 110 to 220, and that way you don't have to have a converter for something like this, but for something like this you will need that. So you might need both. I generally, if I'm not bringing this, I won't bring this, or a curling iron that doesn't convert, I won't bring this. And I'll be honest with you, I've actually used my curling iron like in Asia and stuff without this, and it worked fine. But you do run the risk of like completely ruining whatever appliance you brought with you if you don't bring this. So it's only because this is a little bit bulky, and if I'm doing carry-on only, this is just too big for me to carry, and then I just try to pack everything that doesn't need to have a converter with me. So that being said, now I don't have a converter in here. You can see it's pretty big. I don't have that with me. However, most of the things that I carry I don't need to necessarily have an adapter, a converter for. So I use what's in this bag, and I've traveled with this bag all over the place, and it works great. If I'm somewhere and I'm using and leaving my computer in for a long time, I do bring that with me. It's just not in my personal carry-on, but I do bring a converter with me just in case I need to have that, especially in countries like maybe India or Southeast Asia, where sometimes there's power surges or the power goes out, and when it comes back on, you get a surge, you can burn things out like your computer. So I do plug my computer into that. All right, shall we open my Mary Poppins bag? You can see it's really tightly packed. I'm going to go over this really quick anyway. This is actually an REI waist pack. This is a really thin, water-resistant waist pack. You can put a belt through here and wear it on your hip and carry things. I do this sometimes when I'm filming so I can keep batteries and SD cards and stuff in here and keep them safe from any water like spillage, that type of thing. All right, I have some things in here that were in that little sling that I talked about earlier, and that is this little 3-foot power cord that has 3 different heads on it for lightning, USB-C, and micro. And then it also has a USB-A and a USB-C head on it here to plug in, and I could charge anything with this wire here. I also have my, let me see what's kind of stuffed in here. I also have my MagSafe charger, which magnetically attaches to my phone. Always great to have when I need a wireless option. Let's say I'm moving around and I don't want a bunch of wires connected to my battery. This is a great option to have. Just pulling things out randomly here. I also carry this power converter. So this will plug into one of those little adapters like this right here and plug into the wall. USB-A, USB-C, that's great to have. And I have one of these little adapters for that. I also have this little converter here. This is to convert for US people. When you plug into a house like mine where I don't have grounded plugs, this will allow you to plug in and then put your grounded plug, let's say for your computer in here or your hair dryer or something, so that you can plug in. For those of you who don't live in the US, this probably doesn't matter and you probably have your own thing, but I always carry one of those. I also carry a couple of different power cords. So this is for my computer that goes with this. This will allow this to charge my computer or iPad faster. So that's important for me. And then I also bring my Apple Watch charger because on a long flight, it's probably going to go dead. I'm going to want to charge it. So I bring that. I also bring my 10,000 milliamp power bank, and it has USB-A and USB-C, works with this cord, charges my tablet, charges my phone, charges my iWatch. And for those of us who fly domestically on things like Southwest Airlines and they don't have power at the seat, this is very important to have. And this also will plug in at power if you have power at the seat, so this is always good to have as well. And then when you get to someplace like a layover, you can plug in and power up anywhere. And that brings me to this little pouch here, which I carry with me every single day in my purse, on my personal items. So let's go over what's in here. This is also in a waterproof pouch, and it's only because I spent a lot of time on my brother's yacht and on the boat, and I carry a lot of things in waterproof pouches just because of that, in case, man overboard type of thing. But it just keeps it safe that something spills, like your water bottle or something, or so, God, there's 10,000 birds just flying into my tree over there. Oh my God, they're beautiful. I should just film that. These little birds with yellow chests, I don't know what they are. They're like 100 of them over there. Wow. Okay, anyway, they just were flying at my window. It felt like the movie The Birds. This little waterproof pouch also can be used as a little waist pack. You can put a belt through here and put it on, which is nice. But I like to keep a lot of my electronics somewhere where they are protected from water, like a water bottle spill or something like that. This is another little plug like this, but it doesn't convert power. It's not a surge protector, but it's a flat wall plug that has USB-A, USB-C. It's great for those tight spaces where you just can't get in, and this way this plugs in at the bottom. And that way I can run, power to me, and this will go in like behind a headboard or a tight space like that. And then I also carry another little adapter because I might want to leave one in my hotel room, but if I'm on the go, I might need to be charging somewhere, so I carry another one with me. I also have these little adapters that convert from USB-A right here to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A, because that way if I'm using this and I need another USB-C adapter, I can plug this in here and it will, it'll plug this in here and allow me to plug it in something like this if I needed to use it. So just a little bit of convenience just to make sure that I have the ability to charge. And then my last little power cord I carry is this little one right here. This is a 6-in-1. You can see it's very tiny. I don't use it to hang off the wall and charge things normally. It will work, I've done it, but if I'm sitting at my table or a chair or even on, on the plane, I can put this right into here. Sometimes I can work. And then I can plug my phone or something into here and it's right here. I don't have to worry about a long cord being out. But this doesn't work if you need to plug into really a wall and use it. Obviously, you're not going to bend down there and use it. But again, it's just great to use with this battery. And this is part of my just everyday carry. I carry this little pack and this little battery with me every single day. So this is it. This is everything that I carry in my personal carry-on for a long-haul travel flight. Now, I want to know what you carry. What are some of the things you would say, hey, I would switch that out, or here's what I carry that's been really great for me? Put those in the comments below because I would like to know, and everyone else in this community would like to know what we can do to make travel easier, lighter, and less hassle. So put those in the comments. And I also want to thank you all for watching this video. And for those of you who follow along with what's going on and the little crisis situation in our family, thank you so much for all your thoughts and prayers. We really do read those every single night. We put that as part of our little meditation for David's healing. And a little update is he is probably in his last day at critical care. We're hoping to move him to telemetry today. He did get all 4 of his chest tubes removed and he's walking, so it's a great sign. This is our first walk together post-op, and we're so excited. So thank you all for your continued prayers and thoughts. Truly, truly appreciate them. So until the next time, juice life, drink the joy, keep life simple. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, it's this one right here. Duh. The wall. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one either. Jesus. Oh, it's already on there. Duh.